Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, this is the first supplementary demand in this financial year asking for appropriation for rupees 440 crores, out of which rupees 220 crores are put to vote and rupees 220 crores are charged, and the main items are only transfers. Sir, before I go into the question of this demand, let me say a few words about the state of the economy. All the social tensions that we witness today in this country are not emerging merely from the social structure as has been handed over to this generation, but they are also mainly and in a large way due to the economic misery that the nation is passing through. This shall not be taken lightly. It is not merely a matter of criticism I am making. Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, the misery through which the middle classes are passing today, particularly the fixed income groups, is really causing anxiety. We may find some explanation to it. We may explain it away, and we might find a scapegoat also for that. It is not a matter of debate, it is not a matter of scoring a point. The present government came into power, I mean, the present ruling party came into power. I think the ministry was sworn on the 14th January 1995, and more than 18 months have passed. What has been the performance of the economy in the year 1996-97, and in fact the government claims a better performance than in 1995-96. There is no dispute about it. But the better performance of the economy in terms of agricultural production or power generation or industrial growth must reflect in something, say, in the availability of commodities, in the containment of prices, etc. It must reflect in some way. Some indicators must be there. The government has definitely some indicators. So this house is interested in knowing the reality of the situation. As an example, I put it before the House and before the Finance Minister that it is claimed that 24 million tons of additional food grains have been available in the year 1996-97 compared to 1995-96 additional production of 24 million tons of food grains in our country. Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, for the last 3 years we had no import of cereals. The minister was good enough to answer these questions, but they are not convincing. And Mr. Deputy Chairman, this is happening particularly at a time when the balance of trade is so adverse to us, and I think the House knows about it. The adverse balance, the trade deficit in 1996-97 was of the order of rupees 5,000 crores, the highest in the economic history of this country, and the credit goes to the ruling party. If the ruling party would like the present government to claim the credit for that, I have no objection. There were about rupees 12,000 crores of imports as against only rupees 7,000 crores of exports. With such a large trade deficit in 1986-87, Mr. Deputy Chairman, what was the provocation to import wheat? The government have claimed that the sugar production had gone up to 52 lakh tons from some 38 or 39 lakh tons, while claiming actual increase of production by 21% in oil seeds. Why do we still import edible oil? Then, Mr. Deputy Chairman, in the last 4 years, we have imported more than rupees 2,000 crores worth of edible oil, and it was not so earlier. From 1982-83, we have been importing edible oil, and I think last year we had imported more than rupees 650 crores worth of edible oil. We can understand import of crude oil. We always take shelter under the international inflation as though that is being imported through the crude oil. We are importing almost everything at a time when there was a much greater trade deficit of rupees 5,000 crores. In one of the questions raised in the Lok Sabha, the finance minister answered that the reserves have come to less than rupees 1100 crores, which at one time went up to over rupees 5,000 crores. In fact, our balance of payment position was being sustained by the remittances mostly, and the invisible receipts, and from the Indians working abroad by their remittances. I think we should be very grateful to them that they have allowed our balance of payment position to be kept up in favor of and not adverse. But those reserves have been drawn, and now they have come down to less than rupees 1100 crores just now.